Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Wildwood Pizza and your Eagles Nest Coaches Show with Head Coach David Perkins, Tom Scully, and the fans that are here tonight. We are grateful for the Eaglettes that they are here with us tonight, and you saw them as we opened the show with them, and you'll get a chance to hear from a couple of the Eaglettes as we do our Spotlight segment. The spotlight is on them tonight.
Absolutely,
and
they deserve it. And
we're grateful that they're here. You'll get to hear a lot about what it takes to be an Eagleette, with what they've done to prepare for that. Going into high school.
I think you got to dance pretty good to be an Eagleette.
Probably so. Probably so. But there's a lot of work that goes into it. But just one of the spotlighted areas. Plus, we have the seniors that we're going to spotlight. And what a great night. We got a great crowd out here tonight at Wildwood Pizza. It grows every week, and we are grateful to Eagle Nation for coming out. And I guess we should say Eagle Sinla for coming out. I did a hashtag Eagle Nation last year, and I was getting all kinds of stuff because it was going out to Philadelphia.
Right.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, Coach, congratulations, man. We are here after a phenomenal game last week. It wasn't perfect, but doggone, it was pretty close. 31-0 was the final against Sacred Heart on the road, even the record at 2-2, and then we're preparing for Opelousas Catholic that'll be coming in this Friday, and we get to return back to the nest. But just an overall view of the game as we start this show.
It was always nice to have a win, especially on the road. It's hard to win high school games, So anytime you get a win, it's a great thing. But we've won 2 games on the road so far, but we've had a lot of road games. 3 out of the first 4 on the road. Now we get to come home. We've got great support from our fans. Overall, I thought our defense was just lights out again, and they've been lights out all year long. Once again, Coach Scully, had those guys ready to play. We played physical. That's the way we want to play. I think that sometimes that teams aren't really used to the style of play that we like to play, and it's old school physical football. And a lot of people are in the spread now, and they're kind of finesse teams. So we like to come at you. And then offensively, we did really well this week, put up 31 points, probably could have put up a few more. And that was a great thing to see. So overall, I loved our effort. And, we did make some mistakes, and we're correcting those this week because we got a great team coming in, but absolutely a great win for the Eagles.
Well, that was a rebound from last year. They got the better of us last year, 20-0. Now we returned the favor, 31-0. But as you said, finally we put some points on the board. We amassed some yardage. I mean, nearly 300 yards, maybe a little bit over 300. I had it unofficially at 298. I think Brett McCormick had it 306. But I mean, that's a couple of missed yardage here, and that's a nice output. And then Coach said it, Coach Scully, the defense lights out again. I mean, the defense has played, winnable football every game.
Yeah, and, we put in a bunch of fronts this week just to kind of confuse them a little bit because we wasn't sure what they were going to come out in. We'd kind of heard a couple of things, but, we didn't know if they were going to just try to run the ball or they were going to try to pass it. So what we decided to do, just like we do every week, we picked something and we decided to try to stop the run. And let them pass the ball. And so when that happened, it was in our favor because we just put pressure on him all night, forced him to throw the ball quicker than he was used to throwing it. But our defensive front did a phenomenal job. Our guys just wore their guys out. We were bigger than them, but that doesn't always mean anything, but we were more physical than them. And by the fourth quarter, their offensive linemen were backing up on a run play instead of backing up on a pass play. So it looked like pass the whole time because they had enough of what we were giving them. And our guys did a phenomenal job. I think unofficially it was like 36 yards total offense for the varsity until the JV came in. But, I think we gave them 3 or 4 first downs the whole game. So the thing was to get in there, get the ball back to the offense, give them good field position, and then let's see what we can do with the ground and pound like we did. And Coach Julio and them did an awesome job.
And that's a good point what he said about the field position because the defense actually has been giving our offense good field position most of the season.
Yep.
And everybody knows that in football, you get good field position most of the time, you're going to probably win the games if you're not turning the ball over or committing a whole bunch of penalties. So our defense is very good, not only good at stopping the other team, but very good at getting good field position.
And not only that, on the kickoff returns, or that we had the opportunities, we had a 50-yard, or 35-yard return on their kick that they had. So that put us at the 50. But I mean, starting as what you were talking about, Menard 34, Menard 36, Menard 41. The Trojans 37, the Trojans 34, Menard 37, the Trojans 20, and the Trojans 29 and Menard 28. That was the last drive. That was the worst field position we had. But I mean, that puts y'all, with only two-thirds of the field to have to traverse or less. With that kind of field position, that means they're punting the ball and we're getting it in great field position. And a lot of those punts, and that's one thing we can talk about later as we go through highlights and stuff, but we weren't even fielding most of the punts.
Right.
If we field those, we got even better field
Well,
position.
we addressed that this week too, so you'll probably see us fielding punts this week. But once again, when you get that kind of field position and you're not scoring, that kind of has a negative effect on you also. So yes, you got to be able to capitalize on that good field position.
So let me ask you this: the new starting quarterback this past week, Jake Vaughn, a sophomore, comes in, number 3, has a great game. We were kind of torn between the Quibitos player of the game for our Coaches Speak show that we do on Sunday night, and we could have gone with Jake. We didn't. We went with, I've got to remember who we went with. It's a senior moment there.
Drake?
No.
Aiden.
Drake.
Aiden Morin?
Hayden.
Aiden.
No, we didn't go with him either. So who? No, it was Jake Vaughn. We
It
went
was
with Jake.
Jake.
We could have gone with Aiden. He had a couple of touchdowns, big runs, but it was Jake. And the reason why we did that is because he was a sophomore, came in probably his first start. And just led y'all. Do you think that you caught them off guard? Especially with the way Jake runs the ball.
It was probably a little bit of that, but they got time to adjust. But Jake, I think he ran the ball 21 times, 21 rushes. So absolutely
106 yards, right? Something like that.
I think it was in the 80s, but Aiden had over 100.
Aiden had over 100.
Okay.
So if the quarterback's able to put up those kind of stats and able to run the ball, then it's just going to open up everything for all the other backs. And we had 5 or 6 guys carry the ball. We had Cooper Scott, I think, had in the 40s. Carter Marcantel had 40s and 50s. So that's opening up opportunity for them. And also whenever Jake's running the ball, we also pick up an extra blocker. So, it's good to have. On pass plays, option, if he's not able to pass it, he can get out there and run. We just got to coach him up a little bit and not take big hits and, throughout the game, and he'll be fine.
And then you think when things are going well, things are going well. We had a stripped ball that bounced right back into the hands of Cooper.
That was Cooper Scott.
I
I told him later he must be living good because that does not happen often.
Well,
and it almost looked like it was planned.
I know. I mean, he just reached out and grabbed it, and he finished the last 2 or 3 yards for the touchdown, and that made our Southern Air Cool play of the game. That we did. It's running on YouTube right now and some on Facebook. So those were the 2 things that we were able to pull out of that. But just a great night overall, health-wise. Before we go to the break, just one note. I thought it was a great show of sportsmanship and just care about another human being. When Colton LaFleur went down, number 55, we found out later before we left that it was heat exhaustion. That he was doing well. Have y'all heard or followed up with him? But the team came out and y'all prayed, together.
Yeah, our team and our whole Holy Savior in our community is that type of attitude. So that was great to see our team do that. But yes, I reached out to the coach Saturday morning, and they were at the hospital till about midnight, just giving him IVs and some other fluids. And they said that he got out about midnight and he was going to be fine.
So how did we came out of the game pretty much injury-free, or do we have?
We're pretty much injury-free. We'll have everybody back this week, and we're still shuffling people around. I know offensively we are, but everybody's back. Still Hollis is out, and we look forward to getting him back pretty soon. But I think that's really, and he was out last week anyway, so everybody else will be back playing, and we should be good.
Is Harrison at full strength?
Harrison is at full
he
strength.
had tweaked his
hamstring.
hamstring.
Yeah, he's back full strength. Yeah,
Okay.
so we're good.
So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back to look at the highlights. We've got 10 highlights. We'll do 5 and 5 in 2 different sets. And you're watching the Eagles Nest Coaches Show with head coach David Perkins and Thomas Scully right here live from Wildwood Pizza. We're back right after these messages.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin, an idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Make your burger your style with delicious, hand-pressed, never-frozen AAA Angus beef and tons of fresh, tasty toppings. Fat Burger. Great taste sounds good, doesn't it?
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
And we are back live at Wildwood Pizza with a big crowd here of Eagle fans and football players and the Eaglettes dance line. You saw them open the show tonight. I mean, this is exactly what I imagined it would be, having us here. I do miss the dad's cook-off on Thursday night, though. So y'all had some pretty good meals.
Absolutely.
Have
Well, we've only had one. We only do it on home
just for
game.
home games.
So we only had one. So you're welcome tomorrow
night.
We'll be painting the field. I think they're frying fish.
I don't know.
I think that's what they told me.
Donovan Davis cooked last week, and it was, or 2 weeks ago, it was phenomenal. So whatever it is.
Yeah, well, I'm sure steaks will be coming pretty soon.
If they
if we win,
if they keep winning, if they don't mind, I may show up. Out there on a Thursday night.
And the crew.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
We'll let these young guys.
Shoot, I bet so.
They'll be out there.
Come on.
Anytime you get a free meal.
That's right.
Absolutely.
To come out. So look, we're going to hit some videos. We're going to hit these, and it should automatically run. The first video. Let me turn the camera for you guys. This is the defense come into play, and there's the stop. You said in the beginning you were designed to stop the run.
Right.
And that's just what happened all night long there.
It did, and again we had some stunts going on. We did some things that they were not ready for, and again our guys just it was a challenge. The thing is they knew what my thoughts were, what our plans were. So they played with a little passion Friday night, and and it showed. But defensively, I thought all 4 guys, Drake, Dusain, Asher Davis, and Ben, I thought they did a great job up front. And Marcantel and Cooper in the middle did a great job of just, reading their keys and just making plays. And a lot of times it was just a one-on-one, let's see if you can beat your man, and that's what we did.
Well, and Asher was doing what he's done many games already, just blowing up the middle, taking that center out, getting up underneath him. He's got to be tired at the end of the night with having these guys falling on him. So we'll go to the next one, and fortunately we get to see the design right off the bat, and this is just Jake taking it straight up the gut. And he kind of did that all night long. Y'all own the middle of the field. I mean, the offensive line was opening holes like crazy.
Yeah, and our offensive line is really good, especially up the middle. And, this is obviously Coach Ortiz and Coach Redmond. This was their plan. They saw something there in the middle that they thought we could run Jake up the middle, and absolutely was a great job by our offensive line creating those lanes in there, because they're really, we tell them you got to get skinny, and the lanes aren't big, but they're there, and you got to be able to spot them and get through them, and it takes a good quarterback to find those lanes, and Jake's good at that.
Well, and you can see that Aiden is doing it as well, and then he's got the speed to get to the outside. We've got some of that video later coming. But this was the opening drive for the Eagles after the punt, and because they won the toss. And you guys are opening up and coming in, and let's go to the next one. We kind of stalled, and we ended up, I think it was about a 37-yard field goal. This is Ryan Hicks, who we interviewed last week. He's set up, and the kick is up, and it pretty much splits the upright. And then we're on the board on the first drive, 3-0. I can't remember the last time, I've been calling for the Menard for 9 years, and I can't remember, when we opened up the first drive with a score.
Well, we would like to have gotten the end zone and scored a touchdown there, and, everybody like, let's go for it. But no, let's get the points on the board, with the way the defense plays and has been playing, what I saw in the first drive is we were going to do it again. And get the ball right back again, and then we'll go score a touchdown. So that's my thought on that. I just want to get some points early and get the defense back out there on the field.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, if you got the weapon, why not give it a try? And you don't want to end it negatively. If they stop and they get momentum because they stopped you on fourth down.
Right, and it's early in the game, and so why not go for 3?
So then we open up. It's 3-0. The Eagles, of course, I got my video mixed up. I hope nobody's paying attention to the scoreboard.
Get that off of there.
But I can't. It's already recorded. Wait, that's the field goal. All right, so take that out. Now we're going in. Now, that's right. That was correct. So we open up, and we hold them. We get the ball back. We've driven the ball down, and this is the cool Southern Air cool play of the game. So we're lining up. This is going to be a handoff. This is a misdirection like crazy, David.
Yes, this is what we call the spin offense. And you can see Cooper drop it there and get it right back. But it was so open, no one was there. But that's the spin offense. You'll be seeing some of that, and it's hard to defend, especially for the linebackers. So we got some more things to do with it. I don't want to say a whole lot about it, but it's a good offense to run, and you can see that. The big lanes that it's creating.
See, what was that? That was Drake that came around and just, shoved his man all the way back, the opening there. And then we talked about the ball just dropping, and it didn't take a crazy bounce. It was just there for Cooper to pick up and go into the end zone. It seemed like, before we get out of this and go on to our last play for this set of highlights, that toward the end of the game, they seemed to be reading that a little bit better. Did you pick up on that they
Absolutely.
were able to really kind of stop that play for no gain or a very short gain?
They did, but a couple of those plays, we just didn't block the right person. So we got that corrected. But, teams are going to adjust to it and do things, so we got other things that we can do off of that. So, but if they're not going to stop it, we're going to keep running it, and if they're stopping a little bit, we'll adjust.
Yeah, I really like that. In fact, I just noticed Drake actually did a false move to the right and then came back to give him a little fool. So let's end this one and go to the next one. And this is just a punt return. And that's what I put this in here just so we could talk a little bit about it. And we did up front. But that's something that you guys have worked on in special teams to go up and field that and not lose that extra 10, 15
Absolutely.
yards.
And one of our guys that you're going to be interviewing tonight is Maddox Shelton. He's the
number 4.
He's the up back, so he's number 4. So you'll see him this week as the back guy, and he's going to catch the ball this week. So,
all right. Well, that's good. So that's you got anything? All right, we're going to come back. We have more highlights right after this, but first we're going to take a commercial break. We are live from Wildwood Pizza with the Eagles Nest Coaches Show with Head Coach David Perkins and Thomas Scully. And keep your TV on, and we'll be back right after these messages.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Time for a red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
I'm Jason Hall with Farm Bureau Insurance. Did you know that September is Life Insurance Awareness Month? Our team is here to educate about life insurance and help you make the right coverage choices. With the right agent this month and every week, taking care of your family can be simple and something you can do today. There's no better time than now to learn how life insurance can protect your family's financial security. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect what matters most.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
And we're back live at
Wildwood
Pizza with David Perkins and Coach Thomas Scully, and we are going straight into the videos. Eagles lead it 10-0, and here we are with the football, and this is Aiden Moran, and he breaks it to the outside, and he's gone.
He's gone. Aiden's, he's only a sophomore. This is his first year to start, and he kind of mixes speed and power. And he can hit the holes really, really quick, and which is really important in this particular offense. And you could just see that right there. Man, he was through there and he was gone.
Offensive line doing a great job on the left side. Actually, the whole line right side whenever you ran over there too. But in this particular case, he hit the hole, and you were talking about seeing the hole and taking off, and that he did. What was that, Cooper Brown that had
good blocking right there?
Had the edge.
Now those guys get good offensive line work during the week. Coach Scully puts his defensive linemen out there, the first teamers, so it's a lot of one-on-ones going on out there. So those guys are getting some good work, and they're getting to get a good competition because, obviously our defense is real good, and so our offense gets to go against some of our defenders every day.
So let's pop to the next one. So this is Jake Vaughn coming in. Where are my defensive plays? And I cut these. Come on. So This is Vaughn, and he's just going to take the – oh, wait, is that?
That's Vaughn.
Yeah, he took the direct snap and took it in. I labeled that right. But he had a heck of a night for a sophomore.
And he had a nose for the goal line right there. You know, this angle really doesn't show it, but he got to about the 2 or the 3, and he dove in.
And he does a spin move right there.
Spin move right there, and he saw a little lane, and he took it, and that's all you need on the goal line, and you got to hit it hard, and he hits it hard.
That was, I guess, that's making himself skinny right there when he does the spin there. So that put us up 24-0 at that point. So let's move to the next one, and this is Gavin, I believe, that's gonna take a snap. No, actually, this is a defensive play for you, Coach.
Yeah.
This is the INT.
Yeah, this is Gavin
This is Gavin on the interception here, but the pressure that you guys get, Coach, having coming off and forcing him to throw it.
Yeah, we forced him to throw a little earlier. He was trying to get that guy, number 6, the Landon Fontenot kid, behind Gavin, and he had to throw it because of the pressure, and Gavin was able to pick it and give us a nice return. And here we go again in scoring position.
And we had them very good covered right there. It was like 3 guys back there, so Coach had them guys watching film and knew exactly what was coming.
What they were going for, and we're just going to watch it again because I haven't had enough defensive plays
it's all good.
for Coach to talk about. What I like is you can tell Gavin runs the ball, and when he got a stiff arm here, and then as he gets to the sideline, you can see him switch hands because he's got defenders coming to him on that side.
He's taught to do that.
And one thing that I've really liked about Gavin this year is that he really started to hang on to the football. Absolutely. You know, there was a little bit of a problem last year, and you guys have worked with him to solve that.
Right, and we've worked with him, and we've talked to him about it, and so far so good. And we've done the same thing with Aiden. You know, when he had this little problem with an earlier game, and he's doing really well with that. So we're coaching him up, and it's kind of paying off. You can see our guys; they're starting to. Now, on an interception or a punt, it's hard to block. You could get a block in the back or just about any holding, and so these guys did a great job on the interception, and Hilton, Gavin can run the ball when he gets it.
Yeah, turn it around. I mean, he's one of your deep backs on punts and kickoffs.
Yep.
And in fact, I think the next highlight that we have, let's go on to it. I think is this our last highlight? No, this is the second to last. This is Aiden, or actually Gavin getting us down. I think it's a direct snap to Gavin.
It is.
And then he spins it around and picks up about 5, but we end up getting a first down here. And then on that third down, or second down, and we pick up the first down, and then let's move to the next play. That was toward the end of the third quarter. So then we have the ball, and we come back, and then I had to throw this one in. This is just a beautiful run by Aiden. This was a 39-yard run from the Trojan 39-yard line. Just hits the outside, cuts it up, and then back out and sees the cone, and nobody can get to him.
Yeah, Aiden's really good at running at angles and then putting his foot in the ground and then getting straight up the field. And he does it without losing too much speed. So, once again, speed and power is hard to beat on a football field.
Yeah, so that ended up being the final points, 31-0. We have one more, or is that it? Okay. So we'll come back. Come on out to us. But Coach, we saw on that one play right there for the interception, Braylon Dusang and Drake, living in the backfield. I mean, they were just shoving their guys back, and that was pretty much from play one for them.
Yeah, and that was, we did some stunning that we knew I didn't think they'd be prepared for. And when our guys are able to run about 6 or 7 different fronts, then it's hard for an offensive team to prepare. We're preparing for 24 formations that they got into. I don't know if they were prepared for us to get into 7 different fronts, and that's what we did against them. And in the first half, that's what we did. We ran 7 different fronts on everything that they gave us, and then not counting the stunts that we ran off of that. So, we were in an advantage on that. Of course, again, I go back to the size, but for our guys to be that prepared, and we spend a lot of time, during the week, during lunch, during their lunch period, going over stuff, going over this front. So we spent a lot of time this week showing them what we wanted to do, and almost felt like softball all over again because I had them wear armbands so they knew exactly where they could be lined up, so we didn't have any missed assignments. So for them to be able to execute like that in a 4-day turnaround, very proud of them. And I've been proud of them all season. I thought we've done very good. But it's even funner when we get that offense and the offense started clicking Friday. Then you could see them all coming together, and you could see the excitement not only on the defense but on the offense and the sidelines and the the crowd, and then you get this turnout tonight. So we knew we had something special, and we have something special, and we're starting to click, and we're getting there. But defensively, very proud of those guys, and I give them a hard time. I really do. I don't want to praise them a whole lot during the week, but after the games on Friday, I do.
Yep, so, and on Wednesday nights.
So
they have to go on and watch. That's right. Go on and watch to get your praise.
And they're not in front of me.
But, just kudos to them, in the fact that how much they have to learn every week, and yet they're putting in the work to be able to do that.
Yep.
And that's just preparing them for life.
Yep, that's right.
They get into a job, they're going to have to do the same thing as things change, overnight.
We are a college prep school, an academic school, and, we take advantage of that because these guys can take in a lot of information, and process it and still have it. And that's, to us, that's a good advantage we have. And Coach mentioned that Sacred Heart had like 23 different formations. Well, you got to prepare for all those. That's a lot of film study. Even if the other team is just putting those out there, so you'll have to do that. But you got to prepare for it because if they throw something out there you haven't seen,
the guys are looking around.
They will. And as you can see, that doesn't happen, especially on our defensive side. So they're prepared every week.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Well, we got more football talk to talk about here at the Eagles Nest Coaches Show at Wildwood Pizza. We're going to come back. We're going to do our senior profiles. And you guys get a break for a couple of breaks because we'll do the senior profiles, and then we're coming back with the Eagleettes. And we got Laura Davis coming in.
Right, and so we have number 4, Maddox Shelton, and number 78, Braylon Dusang.
Oh, Dusang.
So you got some people
Dusang
that you know.
and Maddox Shelton. All right, well, good deal. Well, we're looking forward to visiting with them, and we'll be back right after these messages.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Make your burger your style with delicious, hand-pressed, never-frozen AAA Angus beef and tons of fresh, tasty toppings. Fat Burger. Great taste sounds good, doesn't it?
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Wildwood Pizza. We are live here from 7 to 8 o'clock. We want to thank Wildwood Pizza, Garrett Perkins and Gary Perkins and the staff and crew, Kayla and the rest of them who are serving all of the fans, parents and kids and faculty and even other customers that are coming in tonight. They've been serving to the left of me, number 78, Braylon Dusang, and number 4, Maddox Shelton tonight as well. And speaking of serving, y'all been serving it up to the teams that y'all have been playing. Our senior spotlight tonight, Braylon Dusang and Maddox Shelton. Both y'all play both sides of the football. And let's start with you, Braylon. Talk about, the fact that you're a senior now, and, this is the first question I've thrown at everybody, and you probably already know it, but, does it seem like it's just gone by really fast? I mean, that you're almost halfway through the season.
Yes, sir. It's definitely went by really fast. It's really crazy how fast it went. Just can't believe it's already here.
Yeah, I mean, probably your sophomore and junior, you're like, man, it's just dragging. But now you're halfway through your senior year. I mean, football's been a part of your life for a long time, huh?
Yes, sir. Ever since I was 5, I've been playing.
What about you, Maddox?
Yeah, it is really crazy to me how the season is almost halfway over. Last year, I joined the team last year. I wasn't playing like freshman and sophomore year, and last year really flew by. But it's just been really enjoyable ever since I joined because, I don't know, it's just all of us are like family. I feel like that makes it kind of fly by a little more. But this season, it's definitely going by. It's crazy to think that it's almost over. Well, not almost over, but halfway over.
Halfway over, yeah, and then hopefully you can extend it in the playoffs, once we get there. But we can't look ahead to that. Right now we're 2-2. Talk about the season and how it's gone so far, for you guys. I mean, coming off the win, it's always better coming off a win than a loss. But y'all are 2-2 and a better record than it was last year.
Yes, sir. This is my first time having 2 wins in the first 4 weeks since freshman year. So it's a new thing. It's nice. We like it a lot.
And Maddox, you joined last year,
yes,
but still, you had last year and now this year you're 2-2. You got revenge.
Yeah.
20-0 they beat y'all last.
Yeah, I was actually talking to some of them about how they beat us 20-0, and it feels like nice to come back and beat them 31-0. But this season, I definitely feel like, I play defense, but I feel like defensively we made major strides since last year. I feel like we physically dominate our opponents. And I just feel like that wasn't really how it was last year. I feel like we were making more mistakes last year, and this year we're just more disciplined. And, yeah.
No, I'm sorry, but Coach, Coach had talked about it, and both of y'all are on defense. You guys were pushing the line back and getting pressure on the quarterback. You guys are covering. And had the pick by Gavin, but 3 of y'all are back there, covering that guy. Talk about the difficulty if there is any, that you guys have had trying to prepare this year. Coach was talking about all the different fronts that you guys, are having to learn on a weekly basis.
Yeah, for Sacred Heart, there was 24 formations that we had to prepare for. 24 different sets we had to prepare for, and it's difficult kind of being the defensive back because you got wide receivers that are very skilled, very fast, and you have to adjust to that, and you got to see where you're playing, how deep you're getting to cover them. It's a lot, but I enjoy it. So.
And what about you up front?
Oh man, well, it was very tough to prepare for 25 different fronts, but Coach Scully got us his armband to see where we line up, and it helped us a lot. And it was the linebackers and D-line that had it, so we kind of left them out there stranded on their own.
Yeah.
Well, and speaking of, maybe the last football question that I have, but Coach said that he's going to be putting you back on punt returns. You're going to be the deep guy, and
Gavin's going to try to block the punt. Yeah, we So, what's it called? Opelousas Catholic. Their punt team, like on film, we kind of saw them like they weren't very like up on, like they weren't trying to block for like the punter and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna be deep, and Gavin's like quicker and faster, so he's gonna try and go block it. But I kind of like being like back there by myself. Like it kind of just, I like that feeling like I got to catch this and make a play out of it. I kind of like having the ball sometimes, so it's nice.
Let's talk about the future. I mean, the fact that the senior year is just going to fly by. I mean, once this season is over, you know, you're going to be soon into your spring, you know, semester of school, and then graduation's right around the corner. What are y'all's plans? Are you even thinking that far ahead as far as next year and what you want to do and where you want to go?
It's coming up fast, but I'd like to just see where football takes me.
Are you having conversations with anybody, any of the schools, you know, around or in other states talking to you?
Yes, sir. I'm having a few conversations with a few schools, mainly JUCO schools.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can you say, are you at liberty to say who?
Well, it's a few. It's some Mississippi and some in Texas, but I know one of them's Tyler Junior College. Yes,
okay. That's a cool little town, too.
Yes,
Tyler,
sir.
Texas, right?
Yes,
You're
sir.
talking about?
Yes, sir.
Well, that'd be great. What about you, Maddox?
Well, after football, I mean, I have basketball, and but like further down the line wise, like I'm probably planning on either going to UL or LSU, and trying to like major in something like with sports medicine or like physical therapy or something like that. Like I kind of just like feeling like I'm around sports related stuff. Like I don't know, there's just a bunch of things that like I've considered, like sports, like journalism, like I don't know, stuff like that. I just kind of like to be around sports and like physical activity.
Yeah. Well, that's great. I mean, you got to be around something you love. That way it doesn't seem like a job. It becomes a passion, you know, for you. And look, in the spring, are you playing baseball?
No, sir.
No, and none for you. But the journalism thing?
He might play basketball.
Oh, that'd be great, man. I'd like to see you out there. You know, 446 does basketball games at home, and I got to call a couple of them. So, look, in the spring, though, keep it in mind. If Coach Scully wants me back to do the home games for the softball team, I was one-man banding it. So, you know, if you're interested, you can kind of get a lowdown on behind the scenes, and we can put the headset on. We can talk about it. So we can get you practicing and see if journalism is an area you want to go in. So, hey, last question. How has football prepared you for what's to come?
Well, football has really taught me like how to make a family with the people you're around all the time, and you know, really show everyone you care. And it's really built me good as a person ever since I got to Menard. Menard in general has taught me, and it's really brought me closer with Jesus and all that. But football has really just taught me how to be close with family.
Amen. You carried that further, but I like that because that it is. We should have tied it into Menard. Thank you for doing that. Maddox, for you?
Yeah, football ever since junior year. I kind of like when I first joined the team, I started to realize like how much of like a family-oriented thing it was, and like it's just taught me like a lot of like life lessons and kind of just toughness and persevering. Like in practice, it'll be 100 degrees, but you just got to push and like know that it's for a better cause, for the win. And yeah, it's brought me closer to people, and it's kind of like an escape sometimes, like just getting out there and hitting people, and just it's nice.
Now, what about just being a student at Menard?
It's definitely it's close. Like everyone's close. Everyone knows each other.
The principal's right there.
It's all right. I mean, I love Menard so much.
There you go. So we'll end it at that. But thanks, guys. We appreciate you stopping by and sharing your evening with us. Good luck this week against Opelousas Catholic. Hopefully we'll be back here next week talking about a 3-2 record.
Yes,
and
sir.
that would be 3 wins and 2 losses. So we'll be back with more. And the Eaglettes, the interns, take over when we come back. There's more live here at Wildwood Pizza, the Eagles Nest Coaches Show with head coach David Perkins.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, Look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Make your burger your style with delicious, hand-pressed, never-frozen AAA Angus beef and tons of fresh, tasty toppings. Fat Burger. Great taste sounds good, doesn't it?
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
All right, we are back at Wildwood Pizza. I have two dance line members, Mia and Sarah, with me, and I'm Andrew Beeman. So first, Mia, tell us a little bit about yourself. Do you do any extracurricular activities? What grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore, and I do like studio dance, like during the week.
All right, and Sarah?
I'm a senior, and I'm on the tennis team, and I'm on executive student council and a bunch of clubs at school.
Wow, okay. And first of all, let's get in. Sarah, how'd you get into dance line? I mean, was it a long process, or?
I started in junior high, so I've been on the team since 7th grade. And it started because I was on the cheer team at Prom Sucker, which is the elementary school I went to. And they kind of recruited me, and I've loved it ever since. So, yeah.
All right, and Mia?
Well, I've always done like dance since I was little. So like when I got in high school, I knew I always wanted to do it. So I joined my freshman year, and I've been there ever since.
All right, well, I mean, I know you guys probably practice a lot, so tell us a little overview, like how long do you practice? Do you practice throughout the whole year?
So practice the week.
Yeah, we practice during the week after school until like 4:30 for football games and stuff, and then
We have competition season. We practice all during Thanksgiving break, all during Christmas break for
Wow.
competition in January.
All right, and that kind of leads in to my next question. I mean, you guys do football games, and do you guys do any other sports and or competitions or something like that?
We do some basketball games. It just depends because, like I said, I do tennis. So we have a bunch of girls on the team do other sports and curriculars at Menard that they're all involved in. So that's trying to fix everyone's schedules to work around it is kind of hard. But we do have competition in Lafayette.
Oh, okay. And when is that? After the school year or during summer?
It's in January. It's
Okay.
MLK weekend.
Oh, okay. And I mean, I know your guys' schedule is pretty hard. I mean, how do you deal with doing dance line and you do a bunch of other extracurricular things? How do you deal with that and school at the same time? I'll start with you, Mia, first.
Sometimes it's hard to balance, but I mean, you get used to it after a while. You just like have to, you just get used to it.
I get it. Sarah?
It's definitely hard. We try to plan most of our stuff in advance, like I said, so we can work with everybody and get all of our work done, because it's definitely a lot, but it's always worth it.
All right. And Mia, I mean, you're a sophomore. How does dance line improved your high school experience at Holy Savior Menard?
I love it so much. I love like the football games and like the environment, and it's just, I don't know, it's just so fun, and I just love doing it, and I'm glad I have like more years to like do it, because it's really fun.
All right. And Sarah, I mean, you're a senior, about to graduate. How has it impacted your high school experience?
Oh, it's been so much fun. I think my favorite part has been like getting to know the younger ones and the older ones that I like built relationships with that I'll get to talk to for the rest of my life.
All right. And I mean, Sarah, you are a senior. I mean, I mentioned that before, but how would you recommend dance line to the younger girls coming into high school?
Yes. One of the big things when we came to Menard was they said this is for 7th grade and high school, coming to a new school is scary. And though Menard is like small and a bunch of people know each other, getting like in 7th grade, getting to know the high school freshmen and sophomores and everyone older was definitely beneficial, and it made the transition so much easier.
All right. And you graduate this spring. What are you planning on doing? Are you going to go to college or continue dancing, doing something?
I don't think I'm going to continue dancing. I've had fun doing it in high school, but I think my time's come. But
right.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to college. So.
Okay, I feel you. And are you going to continue being on the dance line, Mia?
Like in high school?
Or yeah, in high school.
Yeah, in high school for sure. I don't know about college though.
Okay. Well, and you two are going to be performing this Friday, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we'll stay tuned for that. They'll be performing during halftime. And I mean, thank you guys. It was really fun interviewing you and learning about the dance line. So, I mean, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be interviewing Miss Laura Davis, the assistant principal, in a minute or two. So give it up for her.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, we're here with Assistant Principal Laura Davis for Holy Savior Menard, and we have a raffle coming up for the school. Tell us a little about what it is for and what you guys are going to be doing.
We do. It's the Go for the Gold raffle. It's the Fiesta raffle. Our goal is to raise $50,000 for Holy Savior Menard. The raffle is going to be used to update our security system, our security cameras across campus, and to provide updates for the 36-passenger bus that was recently purchased. So both desperately needed, so we need your help out there, community. If you're interested in purchasing a ticket, please visit hsmraffle.com Tickets are $25 per ticket. There's going to be several weeks worth of drawings. Week 1 through 4, it's going to be a drawing of $1,000 each week. So week 1, it's a $1,000 drawing. Week 2, a $1,000 drawing. Week 3, $1,000 drawing. Week 4, a $1,000 drawing. Week 5, it's one $4,000 drawing right there. So that's the big winner. You can win more than once. So if you win week 1, your name goes back into the hat to possibly win again. So again, tickets are $25 each. All Holy Savior Menard students are selling tickets. Please get in touch with anyone. HSMraffle.com is the website to visit. Please contact any of our students or just go to the website, hsmraffle.com, and purchase away. Please help us reach our goal for $50,000. And if our students reach that goal, we all get a half day off of school, and we would really appreciate that.
Well, thank you, Ms. Davis, for telling us about the raffle. Go ahead and buy a ticket.
Please.
I mean, helping the security system, that's a really good, big thing to do. And, I mean, you can get in a drawing and win $1,000. So
Who doesn't need that,
why
right?
not? I mean, yeah, thank you for talking to us about that.
Absolutely.
And we'll be back in a few minutes. We'll be back with Tom and the coaches.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Make your burger your style with delicious, hand-pressed, never-frozen AAA Angus beef and tons of fresh, tasty toppings. Fat Burger. Great taste sounds good, doesn't it?
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
And welcome back, everybody, to Wildwood Pizza. We are here to wrap it up tonight. The crowd's still here, and we had a great crowd tonight. Give it up for the Menard Eagle fans and faithful that came out to support you guys and the team and to support the show. We want to give a shout-out to Polos and Plaids. You saw their name there on that last ad right there, but they are responsible for all of our shirts. You saw Jeffrey and Andrew, when they did their interview, they're wearing the shirts as well. It really gives us a uniform look when we show up at Sacred Heart or in Natchitoches or wherever, St. Fred's. Oh, y'all are with the Menard.
Absolutely.
It's just it's really nice.
Shirts too.
Yeah, thank you. You can get these at Polos and Plaids at 1305 Metro Drive, or any school uniforms, especially the Catholic schools that have the plaids. They have the polos now. They got khakis and all that. So, or just go get fishing shirts with your favorite team logo on it.
Absolutely.
So, you wanted to give a shout out.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to the First Lady of Holy Savior Menard, my wife Sabrina. We call her Mama P. I want to give her a shout out. She's in Baton Rouge tonight, and she'll be back for the game on Friday. So I'm gonna holler at her and my son, who's out on the ship across the world. I really don't know where he's at. He's somewhere out in the Mediterranean. So I want to give a shout out to him, my son Zach, and my other daughter, Bree.
Yeah, and hopefully Sabrina's feeling better. And a shout out. I know your better half is here tonight, but
absolutely
shout out to Sonia for being here every week.
Yeah,
right?
She comes every week. Absolutely, she comes every week. Her and my sister-in-law come from CCD. They come right on in. And also a shout out to the Eaglettes. I thought they did a great job. Miss Brewer and Miss Laborde and Miss Hicks, they kind of run the spirit groups, and they put in a lot of work. We put in a lot of work, but they put in a lot of work too. So for them to come on a school night, out here and perform, it's a lot for them as well. I know y'all highlighted them, but I did want to do that for those girls.
I'm glad you did, and we want to thank Lynn Roy as well, who has been instrumental with Jeffrey and Andrew working out a schedule of the different groups and organizations at Menard that we're going to spotlight every week. It gives them an opportunity to really learn something, and hopefully they're learning something during this internship that they have. But we actually turn over a lot to them,
right.
To be able to handle the interviews, and Andrew has come on board with the production side. Jeffrey's doing a great job with the videos.
They are.
So look, real quickly before we close out, because we're after 8 o'clock already. That's the beauty of going live on our own, right? YouTube,
right.
Nobody going to shut it down. But we've got Opelousas Catholic. The Vikings are coming in. It's our last Catholic team to play, and we only have one other non-district game, and that's at the end of the season. So after this, we hit district. But these guys, they took it to us last year,
They did.
just like Sacred Heart did. But preparing for them, what do you see out of the Vikings offensively, and what do you see out of them defensively, or vice versa?
Offensively, their skill guys are very, very good. They got a good quarterback. He's really mobile. He can get out of the pocket. He can run. He can pass, and then they've got some receivers that can go get the ball. We're going to be on our A game. Kind of like St. Mary's. He can scramble and then throw on the run. So we're going to have to be prepared, coaches, and we're still in that preparation process. But I think by the time we get to Friday night, we'll be ready for them.
Coach Scully, are you having to prepare for 24 formations?
No, just 5.
So
but
a little bit easier.
7 guys that can roll pretty good.
Right.
They've got a lot of, like Coach said, their skill guys are really good. Quarterback is signed with UL to play baseball. He's a shortstop. He can throw it about 60 yards down the field, and it's not a lot in the air. It's pretty much on a line drive, and he's got some pretty good wheels. Reminds me a lot of the guy from St. Mary's. But he's got skill guys, and they'll spread you out across the field. Last year they were a split back veer team, and Collins was the quarterback, and he ran the ball, and that's his thing. So this year they come into a spread, got a new coach from Covenant Christian. He comes in, and Coach Mathern, and he did, he came in with the spread. So now they're in the spread, and they're going to spread us out. So we got a challenge in front of us. And then defensively, I know they talking with Coach Redmond, Coach Julio, they get in a 3-man front. Sometimes they'll get in some 9s with the outside guys, similar to what we've been seeing week in and week out. So, again, like Coach said, we're still in the preparation part of it because it's only Wednesday. So we still have a day to prepare. Let's say
a day to prepare, and then
and a night tonight.
That's right. That's right. So, and that's the nice thing about Huddle now. The kids, the boys can watch it at home.
Absolutely.
Can they do it on their phone?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Where all you need is a computer.
just to be in front.
Just don't do it in class.
Yeah, that's right. Especially religion class.
Exactly.
All right, so that's it, guys. Enjoy it every week that we're here, and I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
I will not be here next week. Doug Gann will be filling in for me, but I will be back on the 11th of October for the rest of the season, God willing. And the same thing for all of us. So we appreciate y'all. Look, thank you to everybody who's been watching tonight. Tell your friends and everybody to go to 446sports.com. Go to the high school label at the top and click it, and then click Menard, and you can watch any of our shows from here at Wildwood Pizza for the Eagles Nest Coaches Show or any of the games, and then look for the links live. And only click on the links that we put out at 446 Sports because those are the only ones that you know are not going to have spam or malware or anything on them. But tune in at the Eagles Nest. Opelousas Catholic Vikings coming in, and we will play host. The Eagles will at 7 p.m. The kickoff, we go on the air at 6:45 for Jeffrey Owens, Andrew Beeman, and even John Wolf, who does the color for us. He's out here tonight. His daughter Emily was with the Eaglettes and enjoying some pizza. And I'm Tom Boucher for Coach Scully and Coach David Perkins. Thank y'all for joining us. God bless. Have a wonderful night. And
go Eagles.
Have a great night.